Greetings from Industrial Safety Solutions, makers of the SafetyPro line of printers and supplies. In this series of videos, we're going to cover troubleshooting for problems with the printer or hardware, or with the software that you have on your PC. And in this video in particular, we're going to talk about driver cache cleaning. So what is the driver cache? Windows, the operating system, whenever you connect a device and install a driver, it keeps a copy of that. Now that's not something that users normally have to think about or manage. It's managed by the operating system. But just keep in mind that when you install a driver, even if you remove the device from your computer, like if you go in and remove it from your list of printers, it's not going to delete it from the driver cache. So that backup copy of your installed driver is something that Windows does. You might need to clear that out if it becomes corrupted. So you don't normally have to worry about that driver cache, but if you're having printing issues that aren't resolved through the normal means, restarting your computer, restarting your printer, setting it back to factory defaults, or maybe even removing the printer and re-adding it. If that doesn't fix the issue, you may have a corrupt driver in the Windows driver cache. So you need to remove the printer, but you also need to clear that driver cache so that you can start over from scratch with a fresh driver that works properly. All right, so let's look at how you do that. Like I said, that's not something that users normally have to worry about. So thankfully, though, we ship a tool with our printer driver that lets you clear that out pretty easily. The way you want to get to that is through File Explorer. Now that's usually through a folder icon at the bottom of your screen. If you don't have a folder icon, just click the Windows logo and type in Explorer. And then you'll see File Explorer App. So let's go ahead and go there. Once you're in there, you want to go to this PC on the left. And then you want to find local disk C. Sometimes it's listed as OSC. It's your C drive. Go ahead and double click on that. And then you want to go into the Industrial Safety Solutions folder and the SafetyPro driver folder. Now just for reference, you can also click up here in this white space, and that's the full path right there of where the SafetyPro driver and the tool is located. Okay. Now what you want to look for is this Driver Wizard application. It's called Driver Wizard, and over here in the type it's listed as an application. Go ahead and double click on that and run it. Depending on your security, you may need to right click on that and do Run as Administrator. You will need admin rights to run this because it's going to remove things from that driver cache. Once it loads, you want to choose Remove Printer Drivers. Hit Next. Now this is also, just so you know, going to need to have a reboot, most likely, but let's see what happens. You want to choose Automatically Remove All Drivers by Siegel. Now if this option is missing, it means you don't have any drivers by Siegel and your cache has no SafetyPro Printer drivers in it. So you might have to look at some of our other videos if you're having trouble installing the driver. There's a video for that you can see on our YouTube channel. But if you do have this option here, Automatically Remove All Drivers by Siegel, go ahead and choose that. Okay, it wants us to unplug the printer. This happens to be a virtual machine, so I'm going to have to do a few weird things. But I'll start by turning off the printer, and I'm going to go ahead and hit Retry. Okay, now it's identified my SafetyPro printer. It's asking me if I can go ahead and remove it. I'm going to go ahead and hit Finish. And this is where it's clearing out just the SafetyPro files from the driver cache. Okay, at this point it's telling me I can close. That means it was able to remove those files without needing to reboot the computer. Now, oftentimes, if those files are in use by the system, it will need to restart the computer. Just go ahead and restart. Once it restarts, you'll be asked if you can run this SafetyPro driver wizard again. Just go ahead and hit yes, and it will automatically finish the process. In some cases, you might have to reboot more than once, but that's rare. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit close, and now let's go ahead and look at my list of printers. Make sure it's removed. Okay, it says driver's unavailable. That means the driver's not in the cache. It doesn't know what to do with it. I can hit remove device at this point, which just removes it from my list. And I'm going to go ahead and run this one more time. If I rebooted, it might have removed that thing manually. I'm going to hit remove printer drivers and hit next. Now you notice that remove all drivers by Siegel is not there. That's because those driver files have already been removed. And that's pretty much all you have to do. If you want to clean out the driver cache, it's as simple as that. Cleaning out the driver cache gives you a fresh slate. From this point, what you would want to do is reinstall the printer using the instructions that come with the printer. Or if you're having trouble with that, again, visit our YouTube channel. You'll see a troubleshooting video there about installing the driver. If you have other questions, visit us on the web at industrialsafetysolution.com or give us a call at 877-762-9280.